Look, red rose, white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. I'm in that red rose, white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose, white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, challenge me? You
got a lot of red on. It's gonna be hot, but I don't run from the streets though, cause I ain't gonna get shot.
You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. I ain't freestyling a minute, man. Let me see. Look. Red rose, white ceiling.
The game is here. The all-new Crew Show, Power 106. Your first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I be rocking my Kobe's, I be in a red rose.
Man, that clip never gets old because that's typically Arsenal for the past 6 years, man. Red rose, white ceiling, same old, same old. Devontae back in the house, word up, man. Aftermath, Arsenal versus Man United. As we all know by now, a horrible loss. 2-3. United was scoring banger after banger after banger, and we was just doing the typical set pieces and on goals. And as y'all know by now, fan base in disarray again, like in Civil War settings. Yeah, nothing new. Arsenal still up by 4 in the Premier League. Still got like 16 or 15 games to go, right? Facing Leeds on the weekend away, though, at Ellen Road, and it's not looking like it's going to be an easy game at all. Leeds, they have been decent, right? But it's still a team that's fighting relegation. We have to be wary. No, Arsenal not in the best form, especially in the Premier League. In Europe, they're fine though. They won against Inter last week, and they're looking to make a statement against the almighty Kairat. That's gonna show the world. That's gonna show Manchester City, man. Look how we're gonna beat up Kairat. That's gonna send a message, man. And listen, of course you have to gain back confidence, man. But bro, doing it against a team like Kairat, with all due respect to Kairat, man, it's that, bro. That's not gonna impress City. You think being on some jabroni named Kairat is gonna impress the millions and millions of Premier League fans all over God's green earth? Absolutely not, bro. But what would impress the City fans, or the Premier League fans, sorry, is the defeating Liverpool, right? Beating Nottingham Forest and be up by 11 and 12 points. And Sunderland, let's not forget the Sunderland game, City game as well. The games where we should have gotten points, right? We didn't do it. That would have impressed everybody. But instead, people looking at the table and think, oh, we're on top. It's only 4 points, bro. No team, especially when the season is now over, want to be sitting at 4 points. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand or miss when people like me, right, and any other Arsenal fan that feeling like how I'm feeling, looking at the table like 4 points, because we still have a lot of games to go. If it was like close to the season end, then I would say cool. I would say I would be more comfortable if it was like 2 or 3 games left. Well, a little bit though, because I remember Ajax also led being up like by 4 points or something, and they gave it away to PSV last season. We all know that, but it made more sense than where you still have games to go. You still have to go to the Etihad, right? You still have to play Chelsea at home. You still have to play some team. You still have to go to Spurs away. You know, you still have some games that are not easy. Neither do City, by the way, because I think City face Spurs this weekend, if I'm correct, and I think Spurs aren't going to win or take points from them, and I don't know if Liverpool will as well, because that's the week after, if I'm correct, right? So it's not certain yet. No, it's not certain yet that Arsenal are safe with 4 points. That's why I don't understand why people got so gassed about, oh, we're up 7 points and all that stuff. Like, bro, no, Liverpool last year around this time were up like 15 points or something like that. Why can't we not? It's always like, oh, but it's still 7 points and all that stuff. Oh, it's now 4 points. Relax. No. First of all, who are you to tell me to relax? Second of all, everybody else has seen this scenario before. So for you to tell people like relax and all that stuff, like, well, bro, come on. This is not new. People rightfully are panicking or have concerns because this is not new. It's the same rodeo under this manager for 6 years, right? And specifically like the past 4 years under him, where we fight for something that we just like giving up points where we shouldn't give up points. We're keeping title hopes alive, you know. And I was thinking about it today, man. I was thinking about it. You know, this Arsenal team reminds me of the Newcastle teams of the mid-90s, right? When they had Kevin Keegan as a manager, right? They had Andy Cole, Les Ferdinand, and some other heavy hitters, right? And they were in contention with United to win a Premier League, and they just could never like get over the hump. Meanwhile, there was a team that was close to winning a title. It was a team that was close to winning the title, and unfortunately, never got to do it. Never got to win it. In the mid-90s, man, when like Andy Cole went to United, and then they got Alan Shearer. But even with Shearer, they could never get over the hump. I felt like that's the same with Arsenal, right? But unlike Arsenal, Kevin Keegan never got 6 years to do it, like or more. Right, got to spend like over $1 billion to bring on like these players. You know, as good as Newcastle was, they did that. I don't think that Newcastle team can compare to this Arsenal team. Here and there, certain positions, but just like Newcastle, when it mattered the most, they fumbled. Like we all remember Kevin Keegan, right, with that meltdown that he had. After, you know, that the game, right, where I love it when we beat him, right? Remember that, like when Sir Alex Ferguson was playing mind games with him and he lost composure, right? It's the same with Arsenal. Arsenal is just like it's just like them. I think that's a great comparison when I look at this Arsenal and look at the mid-90s Newcastle teams that were fighting for a Premier League and could never win it. Is definitely a similar situation, you know. Wait, sorry, peoples. You know, so similar situation, you know. And Arsenal, we'll see if they're gonna regain form, peoples. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen, right? Because Patrick Vieira who was at Sky Sports last night, right? He was sitting there with Michael Richards and Roy Keane, right? He definitely has something to say about the way we're playing, man. And my captain, right? Oh, Captain, my captain is speaking, has spoken. And we're gonna listen to the words of one of the greatest midfielders of all time, Patrick Vieira, man. Let's go talk. Let's go listen to this from Patrick Vieira, man. Did you hear that, people? Did you hear that? By the way, what's good, man? What's up, Dun? The Thun language, Mob Deep. Yeah. So Patrick Vieira. Oh wait, sorry, people. Wait, I forgot to share the. Oh man, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Right. Let's play it again.
Feel tense. I think you can see that both teams losing the ball, they really try to get back 10 players plus the goalkeeper behind the ball. So the feeling is that there is no risk. There's too many passes going backwards and not forwards.
Do you want them to be braver then?
I would want them to be a little bit more brave, to take a little bit more risk, to play a little bit more forward and try to find those players between the line.
When you look where Arsenal in the league and how they're doing in the other competitions, you're thinking they'd be full of confidence. We saw the same against Forest last week, previously against Liverpool. They look tentative and they look very, very predictable going forward.
Exactly. Y'all just heard Patrick Vieira saying that, no, this team needs to be more brave. And Roy Keane agreed with that. He said, like, against Liverpool, against Nottingham Forest, you do the same thing. You're being very predictable, sorry, people. And Patrick Vieira said, I want Arsenal to be more brave. And remember, this is a Vieira that played for Arsenal teams that won championships, that won FA Cups. We're talking about Patrick Vieira, a player that with France won a World Cup and a Euros. One of the greatest midfielders of all time. One of our greatest players of all time at Arsenal's history. Yet, of course, when the legend criticizes Arsenal, right? One of our own legends I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Roy Keane, right? Even though Roy Keane has a point. Every time a legend rightfully criticizes Arsenal, we all know what happens. I don't know what it is with his fan base. I don't know what it is with his fan being so feeble, man. Being so fickle, so sensitive. Wouldn't you want your legends to point out the faults where we go wrong so we can improve on that? But instead, y'all just like this manager. Y'all don't want to hear it, right? Y'all sweep it under the rug, or y'all call them haters, or they're jealous. What is Patrick Vieira jealous of? First of all, Patrick Vieira has a career that where everybody that sees him, that knows football, respects the guy, regardless of his managerial career. It doesn't matter. Patrick Vieira is respected. Mikel Arteta is not. Even in his managerial career, right? I'm not talking about the player because nobody gives a fuck about the player Arteta. But as a manager, he's still not getting respected. Absolutely not. Why every time Vieira says something that makes sense. Tony Adams, let's not forget Tony Adams, Thierry Henry. Every time they speak up, it's always, oh, they're hating, they're jealous. Why can it not be just rightfully criticizing what they're seeing? So Patrick Vieira has to lie. Why does he have to lie to take care of all little fancies? First of all, y'all don't respect your legends at all. Y'all don't respect the people that paved the way for the players that we have today. But I think most of y'all are not really Arsenal fans. Y'all are more about the players and about this manager, right? And I question how old some of y'all really are, because some of y'all are adults, yet put a manager and a player over the club. I'm 32 years old, people. If I was at an age where I was like player FC, like this and this and that, that would be like me 12 years old, right? That would be me at 12 years old, where like, oh man, this Ronaldinho at Barcelona or Milan, wow. But when you get older, you start to understand the club more. You start like identify yourself with a club, you know? Sometimes it starts young, but it depends on like how you was raised, like who brought you to the games, or who showed you the games, or like, you know. Because I was born an Ajax fan, right? That comes from my dad. But I became a Barca fan because of Rivaldo and Kluivert. And then I started to like love the philosophy, the way that they're playing. And of course, the players helped that, like Ronaldinho, Messi, Eto'o, right? Xavi, Iniesta. And Arsenal with Berg, like you start to love Arsenal. I started to love Arsenal not only for the players that they had, like Henry, of course, and Bergkamp and Pires, you know, and then later on, Adebayor, Nasri, right? Alexis Sanchez. It's also because of the football that they were playing. And you can't be at an age where you're all, like over 20 or 25 plus, where you player or manager FC. You support the club for the club. You support the club because you want to see the club be successful. If you play or manager FC, then you're basically not a fan. You're a stan, because that's stan behavior. Stan behavior is all about the individual. A fan is about everything that surrounds not only the individual, but the artwork, the art, right? The mute, like whatever it is. Y'all stands. And standing to me is a mental illness anyway. Infested with beta cucks on the same type of time that girls on. Exactly, man. Weak men make a weak team, weak club, weak fanatic base. As a supporter, stand strong. And of course, man. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Vieira's actually not done, because I have another clip that Vieira was talking. Like, let's listen to this clip from, of course, our legend Patrick.
But there's still some question about the mental strength of the team. I think that performance will be really disappointed, because it's not the fact that they lose the game, but it's the way they lose the game. I think there was a lack of creativity. They didn't create enough. I think Saka on the right or Trossard on the left-hand side didn't produce enough to really create danger for United. So they will be, I think, in this situation, a leader to lift the spirit of the team. There will be this momentum where we will need somebody to make them understand that when they are on the field, they have to play. I think this is a team who are full of quality, and to play with more energetic and to take more risk, because they've got the quality. And
did you hear that, by the way?
Because they've got the quality and understand that when they are on the field, they have to play. I think this is a team who are full of quality, and to play with more energetic and to take more risk.
Keyword: risk. And that's something that I've been preaching on this channel. that Arsenal need to play with more risk. And that's something that also he said on the previous clip. Be brave, take risk. That's how you win championships. If you don't take risks, you will not get rewarded. Because Arteta and this team play to not lose the game. Of course, you don't want to lose the game, but you cannot win it if you don't feel if you're not going for the win. Then there's only two results that will happen: a draw or a loss. Because you're too afraid to go for the kill. You're too afraid to actually go for the win. Take risks. That is how Vieira won stuff for Arsenal, because the team took risk. They were brave. And they had leaders. Even some of the guys that didn't look like they were leaders because they were silent were leaders. Trust me, I heard stories about Bergkamp. Say what you want about him being a silent guy. But Wright and a lot of players will tell you that Bergkamp was an asshole and wanted to win. Tony Adams. The reason why Tony Adams, and I think Vieira said as well, that Odegaard is not really captain material. There's no leaders, right? It's because Odegaard is not that guy. Tony Adams knows what it is to be a leader. The guy's goddamn Mr. Arsenal. Vieira was a captain. I think also a captain for France as well, if I'm correct though, because you also had Deschamps, right? Blanc, right? Your Laurent Blanc. Yeah, a lot of players that were captains in France. But that's what I mean. They're like a lot of leaders. Arsenal around that time had a lot of leaders. Even though like everybody knew like Tony Adams was the leader. And then later on Vieira was the leader. And then after Vieira, Fabregas was the leader. Now in this team, you don't really have a lot of leaders like that, right? Odegaard is supposed to be the leader. He's just not a leader at all. He's following the leader. Rice, to me, looks like he is a leader, but he can't affect the game like Vieira could. Saka, to me, is also not a leader at all. He tries, right? Because you see him trying to force shots and all this stuff. But Saka is just not a leader. Gabriel looks like a leader, but I've had this opinion about Gabriel, right? This him by being a tough guy and all this stuff, right? And like imposing his physique and all this stuff. I get, but I just don't fall for it. No. And that's like, if I look at it as like two leaders, the rest of them are just followers. You know, that's not enough. Because if I look at the Arsenal teams that won titles, man, like I said, Vieira was a leader, Bergkamp was a leader, Adams was a leader, Henry was a leader. Seaman, let's not forget David Seaman was a leader. A lot of leaders. Men. That's not the case with Arsenal. No. And ain't nothing wrong with pointing that out. You must learn from that. You listen to the OGs. Listen. I've said it on another stream, man. Like, people don't want to listen to the OGs nowadays, man. Listen to Vieira instead of criticizing, instead of like talking about, oh yeah, he's hating. Listen to Henry instead of saying he's hating, because those are the guys that won our last title in 2004. The golden trophy that every flop gooner wants to parade, invincible. But yet you want to slander the players that won us championships. How are you going to slander the players for criticizing this Arsenal that hasn't won anything? You're criticizing the players that won us our last trophy. How could you? If they were saying some bogus stuff, I could understand it. But Vieira ain't saying nothing wrong. Henry, for all the times he had criticism, has said nothing wrong about Arsenal at all. Tony Adams as well. Even Theo Walcott, right? Theo Walcott, who has been right? Not the guy that criticized Arsenal at all. Had criticism last night. Is Walcott now all of a sudden a hater as well? Ain't nothing. That's what I mean, man. That's why I cannot make Arsenal content anymore, because y'all don't want to listen. Everything is hate, 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 hate. I make videos. Oh, hate. Oh, you jealous. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you stupid yank. Oh, what else? What else? Oh, you never been in the tidal waves. Motherfucker, this is an IS channel. This is a Lakers channel. And I'm gonna talk about Lakers in a bit, man. You're talking about a guy that's a fan of teams that won titles and whatever you want to call it, right? Championships, title, whatever you want to call it. I am a fan that has seen a lot of silverware in my lifetime of the teams that I've supported. So who is not experienced in title races? You, the Arsenal fan that hasn't seen a title in 22 years, compared to the Ajax Lakers fan that have seen a lot of silverware being won in my lifetime. And also, if I add Arsenal as well and Barcelona, then you cannot chat to me and talking about, oh, I don't know what it takes, because I've been there for the rides where Ajax were always chasing in the Frank de Boer days, right? In the early 2010s, where they were chasing PSV and all that stuff, and they still ended up with a title. I was there. 2019, I was there. Kobe and Shaq era, I was there. Kobe Pau Gasol era, I was there. LeBron James 2020, I was there. The last few titles that I won, I was there. I was there for the whole ride. What are you gonna tell me? You cannot. It's like you telling Michael Jordan how to win a championship. Come on, man. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing, peoples? Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen to, like, this fan base has become so narcissistic, like the manager, and it's sad. It's sad. Because I think even Arteta don't listen to like what Vieira has to say. And I even think Wenger. Because I also saw Wenger has some criticism as well about the way we're playing. So is Wenger now jealous of Arteta now? Arteta has no success at all. He cannot talk to Wenger and talk about, oh yeah, this, that. Come on. Arteta cannot talk to Wenger at all. We're gonna say Wenger's not a legend anymore now. Meanwhile, he won us everything that we've, well, not everything, but the titles, the FA Cups. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to listen to the OGs, man. They don't want to listen to the OGs. And actually, I want to share something though. Like I want to share something, like, because I see, if I can find it though. Yesterday I was watching, shout out, man, Shane Gooner. Go subscribe to his channel, by the way. Shane Gooner was live in the morning, right? He got a show called The Full Irish Breakfast, right? And let me see if I can find a clip, because there were a lot of Arsenal fans, right, that were blaming other Arsenal fans that Arsenal lost yesterday. It's our fault. It's our fault because the fans were booing. Wait. I got it right here, man. Shout out to Shane Gooner every time of the day, man. Wait, I'm gonna share my screen. Right. Let's go listen to this film right here.
In this league, I wouldn't panic too much. We still got that 4-point cushion, but it could have looked so much better.
Hey, there it is, the 4-point cushion. That's the one that they love. That's the one that they love. Let's get into this here, right? Let's get into
this
same old
guy right here.
bollocks.
Papa Pinky.
Same old bollocks. Blame the fans. This is where we get into blaming the fans.
It sucks. It's shit. It stinks of a bottle job, but I'm keeping the faith. I always will. I believe in this team. It was never going to be a perfect ride. We're still top of the league. Big games to come. I'm absolutely broken. But
you don't look at me. You
don't
look like
see the point of giving up on this team. I'm not giving up on this team. I saw how much it hurt them. Hurts them more than it hurts us, believe it or not. I can see it in them. And I honestly think...
He doesn't give a shit, man. As soon as the camera went off, we went, right, whose round is it? Come on, boys. Let's have a good time. Hey, whoa. He doesn't give a fuck. It's all an act.
It sounds ridiculous, but the players need us fans more than you'll ever know.
Here we go.
The online noise, noise from the fans, it transcends onto the pitch. We have a big responsibility.
So what has all your hyper positive...
So y'all heard that. This guy said the players need us fans the most at this moment. Listen, if you as a player, right, you earn 300K or whatever it is, man. You earn more than a lot of almost every Arsenal fan combined. If you cannot bring it out of yourself to be motivated to win the game, to win us a title, then what the fuck we fans got to do then? If you cannot bring it up to put on a performance, to give the fans something to cheer up for, what do we got to do? I heard there were boos after yesterday from the Arsenal fans, and they're gonna be and people were mad about, oh, why are you booing? Why are you booing? Because the performance was shit, and for three straight games now, Arsenal has dropped points where they should have created a distance from City and Villa instead of bringing them back into the race. This guy talking about, and I think it was another guy, right? Like it was this guy called Positive, right? This guy right here, of course, Ego, right? Ego.
And we also scored a goal.
Right.
And we also scored a
right. Wait.
Right now. Relax.
Right, this guy right here.
Is that really a bad thing? Yeah, maybe it's best. Maybe we should only ever have him on silent. And I'll just tell you what he said to save you the hassle. All right, let me pull this up for you.
All right, let's.
You need to relax. You need to relax. Now, let me know if you can hear this.
Right.
No fans saying that we're not going to win the league now because we lost to Manchester United. Guys, have some perspective, please. We're 4 points clear, 15 games to go. Relax. It's not that serious. You're going to win some games. You're going to lose some games. You're going to draw some games. We've had 3 games in a row where we drop points. I understand it's frustrating. We could be 7 points clear, 11 points clear, 13 points clear, whatever you want to say. If we won every game, how many points would we have right now? My main point is relax.
4 points as if it's 14, Danny. Exactly.
All right. So this guy talking about relax. It's only 4 points. First, it was only 7 points. And first of all, let me just say, because I don't like to do this like where I'm really responding to all these flop gooners or whatever it is and their content, because I'm not really into like bashing people for their opinions, but most of them are fucking narcissistic, condescending sons of bitches anyway. That aside, though, like I'm not trying to make it personal because I don't know Igal, I know Papa Pingus and all this stuff, right? I do find some of their opinions not logic based or there's no fact or whatever. It's just like a lot of a wave riding. I'm not really with that. But you're talking about relax. It's only 4 points. Like I said, if it was close to the season, the end of the season, right, where we only have like 2 games to play, I could say cool. You still have 15 games to play. What? Relax. It's only 4 points. Relax. You're right, though. You can't win every game, and that's not why a lot of people are mad, though. The reason why a lot of people are mad is because we're not playing convincingly, are we? We're not. Nobody's convinced that we're going to win with this type of football. What? Relax. You relax. How about that? You relax. Because I've said this on the beginning of my video. We've been here before. This is going on for 6 years. What? Relax. What? Relax. No. Who says City is going to drop more points? Who says that? Is that guaranteed that City's going to drop more points? Is it guaranteed that Arsenal is going to win every game from now on? Is it guaranteed that Villa might not turn into Leicester 2016? Like, didn't you think about it? Like, relax. No, you relax. Don't tell other people to relax. Don't tell other people what to do. Because most of the fan base already know that this is nothing new. It's same old, same old. It's red rose, white ceilings all over again. If you want fans to relax, let Arsenal give them something where the fan base can relax on, right? Guarantee the fan base that everything's going to be fine. We're going to win this. Instead, no. Listen, if you pay attention to yesterday's game, didn't you see all the fans that were in the stadium panicking? There were a lot of fans were panicking. Stadium going fans were panicking. If you paid attention to last night's game and you saw when the camera was showing the fans were not convinced. They were panicking. So you tell, and most of them fans are at the Emirates are flop gooners. So you're gonna tell them to relax. The players weren't even relaxed after United scored the game winner. So who you trying to convince with relax? It's only 4 points, bro. You can't, definitely not convincing me. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I left a whole comment on Igal Shambayhim, a personal reference from Igal starting to look shaky. Yep. I saw where Arteta congratulated you. Bro, listen, man. Arteta, bro, the Zir is in that house. What is good, man? You know what I'm saying? You man want to win the Premier? What, bro? Listen, you know I want to win the Premier League, but this team just don't have what it takes. Just don't have what it takes at all, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? City and Villa, I have no idea. It can go a lot of ways. No one seems to win. Ours dropping points, City inconsistent. Yep. Is like some teams are just like, especially when I look at the top three, right? Arsenal, City, and Villa. It's like you can to be honest with you, right? I don't know who's going to win the title because people say Arsenal are the favorites, but Arsenal hasn't been playing well. City's inconsistent, and Villa, we don't know what Villa going to do. It's like a Russian roulette between those three teams. Who's going to win the Premier League? Who is going to win it though? And I'm not confident that my team is going to win it though. I'm not sure about City, but we know that City has the knowledge. They have the experience to win it. Villa are the new kids on the block, right? So we will see what Villa gonna do. It's very scary. It's very scary because we don't know which way it's gonna go. We don't know which way it's gonna go. Yeah, you might listen. I know you're a Villa fan, and you might say that Villa won't win it, but you never know. To be honest, because Villa, football is a funny game. It can go a lot of ways. Trust me. You might think Villa might not win it, and then all of a sudden you see Villa raise in the Premier League. Because who would have thought Leicester would have won it in 2016? We thought Arsenal would have won it. Or Chelsea would defend their title. Didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it can go a lot of ways, football. No? So you might say Villa won't win it, but please don't count Villa out at all. I'm not counting Villa out, regardless of if they have a lesser team than both City and Arsenal. They are they're dogs. They're fighters though. And they might do the unthinkable. It's possible. Because for you to have the same points as City and also be 4 points behind Arsenal, it says a lot about Villa though. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. It can go a lot of ways, man. But before I'm gonna share the next video, man, wait, because I have to show this, man. I was cracking up, man. This was from my Portuguese brethren, man. O meu irmão. You know what I'm saying? Northside LDN, right? We're gonna share that, bro, because I was cracking up, man. I'm gonna share that, man. But before we continue to that, right? As y'all can see, the background, Kobe Bryant today is 6 years ago that of course Kobe Bryant passed away from a helicopter crash with his daughter and a few other people that were inside the helicopter, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget about these people as well, because of course Kobe and his daughter, it's tragic, but let's not forget about the other people that were inside the helicopter that were that crashed that day, man. As a Laker fan, I still miss Kobe, and it's still sad, that Kobe's not here anymore. You like some days I wake up, and I still think Kobe's alive. Same with Michael Jackson. You would think the guys are alive, but unfortunately they're not here anymore. And sad. I think my love for basketball, when Kobe died, it died as well. And I didn't notice it until I started to play basketball a little bit more inside gyms or on the street, and I just didn't feel the same love that I had for the sport when he still was there, And I remember that day so well, man. I remember that day so well. I was taking a nap. I was taking a nap. It was on a Sunday. I was taking a nap, right? I was home. I was taking a nap, and then I was still living with my parents. So my mom woke me up. She was screaming from. My bedroom's on the top floor. My mom was like downstairs. She was screaming my name, right? No, Devontae, right? And then I woke up. I was and I think my phone was also buzzing. My phone was buzzing And I didn't check my phone yet. Like my phone was buzzing. So I think everybody was, because I was in a group chat at a time with friends. And my phone's buzzing. I didn't even check my phone. And my mom said, like, Kobe Bryant died. Kobe Bryant passed away, right? And I ran downstairs. I could not believe it. I ran downstairs, and then I saw CNN, and I saw like the crash site, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was, crying for a good minute, man. I was really crying for a good minute when Kobe, like, I was crying for the rest of the night. And when I think back at that moment, oh man, it still hurts me. I'm almost in tears as well now, because yeah, Kobe was one of my idols, man. Like that's crazy. That was crazy seeing that, right? And just and I ran back upstairs after my mom called me. I ran back upstairs and I just started to break down, and my mom came back in the room, and I went back downstairs, and I was sitting there for a good minute, just quiet, just crying. That was heartbreaking. Even to this day, like, I still get tears in my eyes. Though. That's just also the same thing I have with Michael Jackson, right? Because I found out when Michael Jackson died, I found out like in a similar way as well. When Michael Jackson passed away, I was like 15 years old at the time in 2009. I remember that day well. I was on a Friday, right? I had to go to school, but my mom woke me up a little bit before my alarm went, like an hour before my alarm went, and then she woke me up. She said, like, I've something to tell you, and then she told me, yo, Michael Jackson passed away, and I had the same reaction when Kobe Bryant news, with Kobe Bryant's news, like, so Michael Jackson passed away, and I just was sitting in my bed for a minute, and then she like, I just started to cry, and I even cried harder when the funeral was on TV, right? When it was having the funeral at the Staples Center, and Kobe was there. Kobe was there at that Michael Jackson's funeral as well. So it's kind of like crazy that, two of my idols that were like Michael Jackson and Kobe passed, and Kobe was at that funeral at the Staples Center with Magic Johnson. That was heartbreaking. Like Michael Jackson and Kobe, like, those are people that I don't know, but I cried for when they died, because those are my idols, and they are definitely missed till this day. Kobe definitely left a legacy. As y'all know, my mom is from Los Angeles, and I inherited being a Laker fan. Even though my mom was not a basketball fan, I inherited being a Laker fan because I take pride in where my mom is from. Even though I'm born and raised here, like, I always carry an Angelino heart. And that's why I became a Lakers fan as well, but also because of Kobe and Shaq. So Kobe, he meant a lot to the franchise. Now and to basketball. Kobe definitely the greatest Laker of all time. It's between him and Magic, but Kobe was meant a lot. Meant a lot to the Lakers fans and basketball, to like LeBron James cannot compare to Kobe as much as like LeBron can. I'm sorry, LeBron, like, and it's not me hating on LeBron and something, but just LeBron just can't touch Kobe and Michael Jordan. I'm talking about, of course. I mean, these two are just different. And Michael Jackson is one. Michael Jackson, no artist cannot touch Michael Jackson at all. There were people that were close, like Usher, Chris Brown had the potential, Bobby Brown had the potential, right? Justin Bieber they were like talking about him being, but nobody till this day can't touch Michael Jackson at all. Michael Jackson is different. Michael Jackson is out of this world. You know, these are figures that just, like, especially Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is different. No, those are players. Like, no artist will ever surpass Michael Jackson at all. Maybe in the numbers, right? Drake would, like, when we look at Drake in the numbers, but even Drake cannot touch Michael Jackson. No way. It's crazy. No, but yeah, of course, it's a little emotional moment on the stream, but that just shows you that, you know, like, we're humans, you know, we're humans, and it's all right to sometimes cry, even as a man. No, even as a man, sometimes it's okay to let out the tears. You know, it's okay, because I want, like, even though on this channel, right, I make fun of people, right, I make fun of the players, right, I cuss out managers and players and this, but like, they're human too, right? And I keep it just strictly profession. But on this channel, I definitely want to preach that it's, as a man, it's okay to let out, you know, your emotions. You know, I feel like it's important because as men, we always like keep it inside, right? Until, you know, it eats us up. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case, you know? Because, like, my brother Northside, by the way, man, like, you know, his grandfather passed away last week, man. And just seeing him, like, being very emotional. Well, he didn't cry, but he was you could tell he was emotional, right, on stream. And I texted him. I give him my condolences, right, because that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's really my Portuguese brother, man, my Portuguese brethren, right? You know, just begging Arsenal to win a championship. You know, begging Arsenal to win a championship because that will bring him happiness. You know, and I feel like some people, though, don't understand that. When it comes to Arsenal, they just don't understand that it's been 22 years of misery. You know, some people that have seen Arsenal win their last title in 2004 are not around anymore. You know, so I feel like time isn't given. No time is given at all. And Arsenal should not waste time anymore. When I saw him beg Arsenal to win a championship, to bring him some happiness again, it made me think, it made me feel like sad, because it's like, you know, some of these flop gooners don't understand that we've been here we're on the same boat, but we can't continue like this at all. We cannot. We cannot continue this trajectory that you've been on for almost 22 years, and now the 6 years with Arteta, where we just come so close, and yet you continue to fail your fans. You continue to fail the people that put their hard-earned money into this club, that don't have anything else going for them except for the club. You know, there are people that only, like, are Arsenal, hardcore Arsenal, like 24/7. And some of them are not around anymore. No? And that's what the flop gooners don't understand, you know? It's, you know, and I even feel like the players and the managers don't have that realization that, you know, you're hurt, you're giving us more hurt over and over and over again. And I know, like, not every year you're gonna win a title. But if there wasn't a more perfect moment than this year, then when is? To see my brethren beg for Arsenal to win a title in a moment of where he's so vulnerable, it hurt me. It hurt me a lot. Because that's somebody he's critical of the way that Arsenal's been ran. He's been critical. And yet, throughout all the hate that he got from the flop gooners and all this stuff, all he wants is Arsenal to win the title. Oh yeah, by the way, man, shout out to this guy, man, Rich 99 Arsenal, man. I've been just subscribed to his channel. Go check it out. Arteta is the biggest, but that is for sure, man. Arteta is definitely one of the biggest problems on this club, man. You know, me, I'm a flop gun, reject reality indulgence. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want the Lakers to win the championship again. I don't know if I hope that the Lakers win another championship in my lifetime. You know, I hope that Ajax will be Ajax again and wins another title in my lifetime, even the Champions League. I was only 2 years old, right? 1 turning 2 when Ajax won the Champions League in '95. I hope I get to see Ajax before I die, that Ajax will win another European trophy again. If that happens, bro, oh my Lord, you want to hear the end of it. Because then I at least get to see the club that I was born with, Ajax, win a European trophy. Because I've seen it win titles, though. But I hope that Ajax will be back back to the club it was. You know, wait, I got to get my charger, by the way. Give me a second, because. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know all of a sudden it's turning like to an emotional stream, but just know that it's okay to be vulnerable at this moment, because I think all of us that are in the chat, like my guy Rich Arsenal, right? Why not, right? Even some that aren't Arsenal fans, right? Like Zier, Deontay. No, we want to see success. We all want to see success from the clubs that we support. And it's just, and especially for the Arsenal fan, it just isn't happening. It's not been happening. It's not like the before 04 years when Arsenal were still in contention for everything, like won something each and every other year. It's been a lot of silverware draws in those years, and now we have like a 5-6 year silverware draw. Because no, I'm not counting Community Shields. No, Odegaard, weakest captain for, bro. Odegaard is one of the worst captains I've ever seen in my lifetime, bro. And one day, I think for my next live stream, I'm gonna make a list of the worst captains I've ever seen in football. Because I can also bring up some Ajax captains that shouldn't be captains. Nwaneri should have been still here. Nwaneri got loaned out for no reason. And he'll probably do good at Marseille. No, I trust De Zerbi. But Nwaneri should be here. He should get minutes. It's unbelievable that Nwaneri is not getting minutes at all. And then he's getting loaned out. Man, he should have been playing. What is that face? What is that face? So it's crazy that Nwaneri is getting low now. Meanwhile, we saw him at the weekend, man. This guy got the he could not handle a ball. And this guy was looking like he was playing. This guy was like if you gave Yoshi from Mario a football. Bro, nah, man. It's and I've said good things about Madueke on his channel, but at the end of the day, Madueke is not good enough. Madueke should not be the benchmark of what an Arsenal player is, or an elite player. Like Madueke is a bench warmer, now a role player at best. Because I was saying, oh yeah, we miss Saka when Madueke was playing, but both of them have not been good anyway. So it's like, okay, which one you play? They're both not really getting goals or assists. And I'm just sick of these Chelsea rejects. Like these Chelsea rejects are horrible, man. Like my goodness, it's crazy. And Nwaneri could not get minutes over those two. And let's not forget the Backstreet Boy reject Odegaard, man. One of the worst captains of all time. The worst Arsenal captain ever, man. William Gallas is miles better than Odegaard. You know, it's crazy. He's not. Arteta's far from a good coach. Because if he was, then Lewis Skelly would not be running low on confidence. Then he would know that Zubumafu, right? Listen, man, like speaking of Zubumafu, right? Speaking of Zubumafu. What is that face on?
There's not a Zubumafu.
Yeah, there is.
Isn't it Zubimendi?
Yeah, but that's Zubumafu.
Okay.
That is him. From now on, every time we speak about Zubimendi, right? We're just gonna play this intro every time we speak about Zubimendi.
Where's it going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Me and you and Zubumafu. Come along and see what's new. We're doing the things that animals do. New animal brings to see. Animal Junk says the place could be. Wild dogs running and nobody's sleeping. Me and you and Zubumafu. Come along and see what's new. We're doing the things that animals do. Me and you and Zubumafu. Come along and see what's new. At Animal Junction, we're waiting for you.
Yeah, Zubumafu. My wife was dancing in the background. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I know. It's childhood sentiment. You know what I'm saying? That every time we talk about Zubimendi, I'm gonna play that intro. Me and you and Zubumafu. Like, listen, okay, so back when I was trying to say, like, Zubimendi, right? If Arteta was a good coach, then he would know that Zubimendi cannot play as a lone six. Because you saw how rubbish he is when he gets pressed. When he gets pressed, he's panicking. He reminds me more of like he should play more like Gundogan, so like an 8. Because going forward, Zubimendi is actually decent. So as an 8, I will put him there and put Rice as a 6 because Rice can play as a 6. This guy cannot. If Arteta was a good coach, then he would not do the Saka and Madueke yesterday where he put Saka on the left. Why? He would not loan on Nwaneri. He would also find a way to implement Gyökeres. And I'm not saying that Gyökeres is superb, but he would find a way. He would find a way if he was that good of a coach. He would also not run players into the ground until they end up at NHS. He would also not make Calafiori a free roaming left back that is everywhere on the pitch, like we're talking about Lionel Messi, a left back gets all the freedom. If he's a good coach, then he would not put Eze on the bench for almost like 4 or 5 games and run him out of form. Now he's got to pick a form again. If he was a good coach, then he would strip Odegaard of his captaincy. Sell the motherfucker. If he was a good coach, then these players will not be panicking like that. These players will not be so emotional yesterday. They will still have confidence that everything will be fine. If he was a good coach, then he would not buy Chelsea rejects and think that he's Jesus Christ and can rehabilitate these players. If he was a good coach, then he would sold that Brazilian Avon 2 seasons ago. You know what I'm saying? This guy looking like the Brazilian Avon, man. Look, you want to know how Avon looks, man? The R&B singer. Right? This right here is Gabriel Jesus. The Brazilian Avon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am gonna end the stream in 10 minutes though. But before we do that though, there was of course something that I wanted to play because I was cracking up, man. Like this was from Northside Stream. I have to show this, people. I have to show this, and I think some of y'all that have seen this. All right, let's play this.
So why are you complaining about the attack now? Back the boys, back the process, back the finishes off the bench, yeah, and back the process, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Best defense in Europe.
And then he's starting like, bro, we what?
No.
You gotta start.
Wait.
Definitely my head is hot after this day, bro.
5 things we learned from Arsenal to Manchester United 3. 1, fair play, Man United. Sometimes in football, you have to hold your hands up and give the opposition their flowers. Man United are miles better than us today. Far more threatening going forwards, with more urgency to go and win the game. 2, do better, Arteta. With a...
No, hold on. Sometimes you gotta give the opposition some praise, but sometimes you need to come off the internet, or if you're gonna stay on the internet, you gotta start chatting facts. How about that, Babs? Sometimes you got to stop doing this twerking for Arsenal fans that are delusional and actually talk the facts. How about that? Because you're part of the problem. You're a massive part of the problem. 5 things we've learned about Arsenal. Bro, I've been calling out every single bullshit that you're kind of come out with right now. I've been calling it from the start of the season. But you've been gassing it. Arsenal's new secret attack. Oh my God. What happened to all of that? Arsenal are unbelievable this season, and they're going to win the quadruple charge. You're the same guy that told us quadruple charge. Don't think we forget. What happened to quadruple charge? Bro? Nah, we're not hearing it. What are you talking about? Man thinks he's one of the guys from the Yin Yang Twins, bro, doing the whisper song. Wait till you see ma. Trying to do the whisper song. What are you doing, bro? Huh? Now you want to call out the team. Now you want to call out the manager. Now you want to say we got to do better. You got to do better, bro. That do-rag is tight way too hard. It's stopping the circulation, bro, to the top of your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to loosen it up. Let it breathe. Let it breathe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, man ain't going to talk to me about, but maybe sometimes you just got to give credit. Got to give credit. Put some bass in your voice, bro. Put some bass in your voice, bro. As your ball's not dropped, put some bass in your voice, bro. What's this? Man's talking, man's whispering on the thing. Oh my God, like he ain't gone through puberty, bro. Put some bass in your voice. You have bass in your voice when you're telling us quadruple charge. Let your nuts hang. Pause. Let your nuts hang, because you man were letting your nuts hang, telling us about this process. Let your nuts hang, bro. I don't know why you men are now whispering. Oh my God, I don't know. I got one pubic hair. I don't know when my ball's gonna drop. No. I need to hear the bass in you lot's voice. Because you man be talking bukari all season, bro. Now I want to talk about what we're talking about. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that round there.
Manchester United 3. 1 fair play, Man United. Sometimes in football, you have to hold your hands up and give the opposition their flowers. Man United are miles better than us today. Far more threatening going forwards, with more urgency to go and win the game.
Like, honestly, like this guy, man. And again, this is not a channel where I'm waging war against Flop Gooners and all this stuff. Like I said, I'm minding my own business, right? But why is he talking like fair play, Man United? What was it? Fair play, Man United. Do better, Arteta. What was that?
Do better, Arteta. With a near fully fit.
Do better, Arteta.
Football, you have to hold your hands up and give the opposition their flowers. Man United are miles better than us today. Far more threatening going forwards, with more urgency to go and win the game. 2. Do better, Arteta. With a near fully fit.
Do better, Arteta. With the way we was getting dominated in the midfield. But this whole thing sounds gay, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, I'll just be real. Oh wait, who covers football? Who actually talks about football and goes, oh my God, the way we got dominated in the midfield, it was unbelievable. Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Put some bass in your voice, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, bro. Like, come on. Yeah, do better, Arteta. Yeah. The way we got dominated. Bro, like, come on. Listen, man. Again, sexual preferences is no way we in 2026. It shouldn't be a big thing, man. But listen, man. This guy is making content for mostly dudes, right? Like, honestly, like when we talk about football, it's mostly about for the dudes, right? You're making this type of content for dudes, but and you're talking like you're talking like you're you're talking to a girl who's laying next to you in bed, like bro, he's talking to dudes, right? Like he's talking to a girl somewhere in a hotel room or something like that. Like, bro, he sounded like if I don't know if you're watching 90 Day Fiance, he sounded like that guy Rick, right? The new one, right? That guy Rick that's with his girl Trish or whatever. And when they just meet for the first time, he's trying to love bomb Trish, like, oh yeah, oh you're so sexy, girl. Oh, you're the most beautiful thing in the world. Oh yeah, I love you so much. Oh, you're so sexy. Oh, I can't wait to tear that ass up. You're trying to sound like Barry White with his Mike Tyson voice, man. Like, bro, and you trying to do, bro. That sound like that's what it sound like. This is content for dudes, man. Imagine me speaking to y'all in this type of voice, like, oh yeah, today we're gonna talk about Arteta and Odegaard. Yeah. We're going to talk about the quadruple charge. We're going to talk about the flop Gooners. Yeah. Bro, y'all will get turned off. I would have 0 subscribers then. Because what the hell? Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, Gold Dust. Is that, oh yeah, like Gold Dust. That's what he's doing, bro. Don't whisper as a dude. Don't whisper to me. Don't whisper to me. And the only exception I make is for ASMR. And even then, I rather listen to girls ASMR because that's more soothing to sleep to. Than like, bro, as a dude, don't whisper to me. Especially when you talk about football. Don't whisper to me when you talk about football. Like, who do you think I am? RuPaul? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is sexual preferences is all you, man. Like, ain't no judgment over here. But bro, when you make content like this and you're whispering like You're trying to, you'll get with a girl, You're trying to fancy a girl, like, bro, like, don't do that, man. You talking about do better Arteta. You're talking about a guy. It's not you talking about a girl named Alyssa, something like that, bro. You talking about a guy. You're talking about do better Arteta in that voice. That is fruity. I'm sorry. That is fruity. Here, fruity. Come on, man, like, bro.
Let's continue, bro.
Squad, there was no excuse not to win today. But after 2 0-0 draws in a row, today only creating 0.37 XG from open play, it's not like we don't have creative players, so why isn't it working? 3, disgraceful intensity, 57% possession.
Disgraceful intensity. Oh my God, the intensity. Oh my God. There was no intensity in the attack. Bro, what is this? What is this, bro? I told you. These men are special. They're special. They're on a special bus. You know the Magic School Bus back in the day? On the Magic School Bus. This is what these men were on, bro. The Magic School Bus. Oh my God. Let me get low. You know what I'm saying? Man's doing the whole yin yang twin, bro. Let me get low, get low, get low, get low. From the window to a tennis balls. His balls. And then he's gonna keep sucking these balls. Oh, these phases calls. Oh,
I'm sorry, man. You know how he sound like, man. Y'all know that song from Eazy-E, Real Motherfucking G's, man. And the guy whispering in the song, real motherfucking G's. That's what it sound like. That's what he sound like. He sound like that song from Eazy-E, Real Motherfucking G's. Like, real motherfucking G's. Like, bro, come on, man. And that's the only time. That's one of the only times I tolerate a dude whispering, like, and also the whisper song. But bro, don't do that to me, man. I don't want to hear. I only want to hear my wife whisper to me and ASMR, and that's about it, man. Like, bro, you're talking to me about football. You're gonna whisper like my name is like the Domingo, whatever it is, the Domingo guy, right? Bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, tip of advice, don't whisper or stretch out your words, bro. Like, whatever it is, your content, I already care for it, but don't do that. I'm sorry.
Ski. Oh, to the What is this? Get low, get low, get low, get low. What is this, bro? Huh? Just say the truth, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Man, do a little John, bro. To the window, to the wall. You know what I mean? Lemon juice is all down my balls. What is this, bro? I'm talking bullshit, bro. And this is why I don't respect these men. And I let them know I don't respect you. You're a liar. You're a hypocrite. You've already exposed yourself. I say, I only do it because it's my job. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this is my job. Your job's like, bro, maybe your job, you need to do another job. Maybe go to Soho. There's good jobs over there for you. You'll enjoy it over there. Yeah, I'm saying you could talk about the pressure and the attack and the intensity. What are you doing, bro? Have some fucking shame, bro. And this is what's missing from this fan base, bro. Shame. They have no shame. And when I cuss you, it's because I don't respect you. I don't respect what you're saying. I don't respect what you stand on. You man stand on nothing, bro. You man say whatever to get your pockets. But it's my job. Let's talk about the intensity. What the hell is that? I've never in my life heard someone yell them like that. Man, I'm talking to Arsenal fans like that. And these men think it's good. Oh my God, a smash alike.
Exactly, bro. Bro, you can't talk to Arsenal fans in that way. Come on, man. Like, honestly, and yo, my guy right here say what? There were premium sex phone lines. I remember that. I remember there were like you could like do that, man. Like, bro, he could do that. He could do that, man. Come on. Like, honestly, man, you could, bro. And this goes back to like, bro, just like this club, it's just soft, it's weak, it's zesty. You know, honestly, man, like, come on, bro, that's why I call this whole club, you know, like my title from the last video, Josie and the Pussycats FC. Like, remember that cartoon back in the day, Josie and the Pussycats? That is Arsenal. Pussy. And fans like this are a resemblance. that's about it. Because I'm not, like I said, I don't want to be that guy that inserts myself in civil wars and all that stuff. Because my opinion is my opinion. What everybody else saying is their opinion. But some of them are, of course, fugazi. I don't really trust their opinion, and I feel like they're just riding a wave. But I just let them be. You know, it is what it is. Because at the end of the year, right? I mean, end of the season, I'm not going to make any Arsenal content anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? Just leave it at that. But yeah, that was. Like, honestly, this is what we have to deal with inside the Arsenal fan base. Like, jeez, man, I just cannot wait for the season to be over, man. It's just so much bullshit, you know. So, we'll leave it at that. Subscribe to the channel, man. I had a good time with this stream today. Was all over the place in terms of emotions, man. Was angry, was normal, was sad, and funny, you know. And I know Champions League is on Wednesday, but I'm not gonna watch Arsenal versus Kairat, and also not Ajax. I'm not gonna watch that. Well, I'm not watching Ajax anyway, but we'll move on to the weekend, of course. Arsenal versus Leeds, right? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, like the stream, share the stream, and we shall see you. What are you wearing? Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, like I said, man. Y'all know what to do, man. And we're gonna leave it at that. I hope y'all have a blessed night, man. And take care of yourselves. We'll see you on the next video this weekend, of course. Take care, people. Have a blessed one.